By the end of this video, you're gonna know the exact times you need to post on YouTube in order to skyrocket your growth, because here's the deal. If you post the wrong time on YouTube, your content is going to get shown to the wrong people, and then as a result, you aren't going to get the views that you want. And there are 3 new times that you need to make sure you're posting it. In fact, these times just help this creator gain over 1 million subscribers, and this creator over 1.5 million subscribers, and the same exact thing can happen to you so long as you start adapting to these new times. And by the way, the last time slot I share with you is by far the best. It makes the most small channels on YouTube go viral. If you've never gone viral before, you're not gonna wanna miss it. So time slot number 1 is going to be from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Now here's the deal. There are 3 other things that you need to take into consideration here, because you're probably thinking to yourself, Rob, what time zones are these for? Now the time zone is going to be where you are currently located. If you are located in California, California time zone. If you're located in New York, New York time zone. If you're in China, it's going to be China's time zone. You understand? It is for where you are currently located, because that is the local time that YouTube is actually basing your content off of. Secondly, you need to make sure that you do not post too many times in the same time slot. If you're uploading YouTube Shorts, you might be tempted to post all your videos in this one time slot, but I would not do that. In fact, I would make sure that you're waiting at least 1 hour in between posts on YouTube, and it doesn't have to be the same type of content. You could upload a long form video, wait at least an hour before you do a community post, or at least an hour before you upload a YouTube Short, because if not, what's going to happen is you're going to be flooding YouTube, and it's going to make it harder for YouTube to actually show your content to the right people. In addition to that, you need to take your viewers' mindset into consideration. If you are uploading about a dessert that you are making, please don't upload it at 10 a.m. because nobody's thinking about dessert at 10 a.m. And if you're going to upload something that is a breakfast, please don't upload it at night. All I'm saying here is you need to take into consideration the mindset that your viewer is going to be in when you're uploading, because this is drastically going to dictate whether or not they click on your video and whether or not they watch your entire video. And then finally, I would strongly suggest you are consistent with the times that you are uploading. I want you to think back, and if you're too young, you might not remember this, but I want you to think back to watching Saturday cartoons. You knew that on Saturday, you were getting your bowl of cereal and you were going to watch TV and you were going to watch cartoons. You kind of want your audience to have the same exact thing, and that's exactly why I try to upload every single day between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. The majority of my content is uploaded in that time slot because this is the best time slot for my specific channel. And again, it's one of the best time slots on YouTube, but we can't stop there because there are still 2 other time slots. And if you're a small channel, the last one is by far the best for you. Now, before we actually get into time slot number 2, I wanted to show you how you could see when your ideal audience is actually online on YouTube, because you can read your analytics and figure this out pretty easily. So in order to actually figure this out, here's what you need to do. You need to come into your YouTube studio, you need to come into analytics right here, come up to audience right here, and then this is going to show you when your viewers are on YouTube. And as you can see, this is in local time. Like I shared with you earlier, you want to make sure you're posting in local time. Now, if we come over here, you're going to want to look at when most of your viewers are on YouTube. Again, for me, this is around 11 a.m. Now, what you're going to notice here is on the weekend, so Sunday and then also Saturday, I have a lot more of these. You want to make sure that you are posting in the first one. In addition to that, you want to take into consideration any changes. So on the weekend, for me, it starts at 10 a.m. that most of my viewers are online, but on the weekdays, it starts at 11 a.m. Now, the only reason for this is because people are working, or they're at school, or they're doing things during the week. So I just want to be cognizant of that and be aware of that on the weekend, I should try to post a little bit earlier, and during weekdays, I should try to post a little bit later. Now, for a lot of you, you might not actually have this, but don't worry, because there's another way for you to be able to figure this out. Now, even if you have that chart and it shows up, I want you to take something else into consideration. Maybe you get 1,000 views every time you upload, or you get 10,000 views every time you upload, and you're looking at one of your competitors and they get 10 times the amount of views that you get. They get more views, they get more subscribers, and ultimately they make more money on YouTube. It could be because they're posting at a totally different time, which is actually the right time in order to reach your ideal audience. Now, it's almost impossible for you to be able to figure this out on YouTube, but lucky for you, there's a tool called Metricool that can actually reveal this to you. Because if you come into Metricool, you link it to your YouTube channel, and then you scroll all the way down right here, where you're going to be able to do is add in a list of your competitors. And from here, you are going to be able to view all their videos in one shot. This is going to reveal to you exactly what is trending, what type of engagement they're getting, and even what types of content they're uploading. Now, that's not even the best part about this, because guess what? We could download this as a CSV right here, and then we are going to get this file, and guess what? We could open this as a Google Sheet. We can come over here and filter by right views, and now we will be able to see the exact time that our competitors are publishing their most watched videos. And this is going to reveal to you the best time to post. For example, if I just look at my competitors right here, we're going to see that a bunch of these videos were actually uploaded between 9:45 a.m. and between 10 a.m. Again, this is the ideal time that my analytics showed me because these are some of my competitors and we're at about the same level. But for you, it might show you something drastically different that your competitors are doing differently, which is why they're growing faster than you. And that's exactly why I'd strongly suggest you go to the pinned comment below and register for 30 days free access to any of Metrical's premium plans with code Robert. And the value with Metrical doesn't stop there. Let's say that you had a post do really well on Instagram, TikTok, maybe even Facebook. Guess what you can now do? With the click of a single button, you are going to be able to use Metrical to then put that content across several different platforms. And they even have an AI description generator that is going to help you generate better descriptions so these platforms know exactly who to share your content to so that you get more views. So what are you waiting for? If you're serious about getting more views on YouTube, getting more subscribers, getting monetized, or making more money on YouTube, I'd strongly suggest you go to that pinned comment below and register for 30 days free access to any Metrical's premium plans with code Robert. Now this brings me to the second best time for you to be able to post on YouTube right now, and that is going to be 4 to 5 p.m. Now remember though, the last time slot I share with you is by far what is making the most accounts on YouTube go viral. In fact, I've seen so many creators go viral after simply just uploading the same type of content but changing it to posting at this time. But before I tell you about that, I did want to emphasize, if you take a bad video and you post it at the right time, it is not going to make the video go viral. Instead, what's going to happen is it is just going to force a bunch of people to find out about how bad your content is. You need to make sure you're actually pairing the right content with the right posting time. And the right content on YouTube is basically going to come down to 3 things. That first thing is that you need to make sure that there's a large audience for what you're going to be uploading on YouTube, and you need to make sure that YouTube actually wants to show that content to your viewers. In order to see this, you're going to come into analytics, you're going to come into trends right here, and whatever you are going to upload a video about, you need to make sure you do a search for it. For example, this video right here is about the best time to post on YouTube, so I'm going to type that in here. Now what this is going to reveal to me after I type this in is whether or not there's high interest from my viewers here. You need to make sure this has very high interest. If it says medium interest, if it says low interest, if it says nothing, that means YouTube does not want to show this type of content to your ideal audience. In addition to that, if we come into what people are watching right here by clicking show all right there and come under videos, this is going to show us how long the best videos on this topic are and how many views we could expect to get. So after 10 months, about 60,000. After 2 years, about 70,000. After 1 year, about 90,000. And this one, after 3 years, got 140,000 views. Now that is going to help set your expectations for how many views you could get and what length content you should be creating, and then also exactly who your competitors are going to be on this topic so you can watch these videos or look at the titles of these videos or look at the thumbnails of your videos and make sure your video is actually better, because if you ignore that, it's going to affect the second thing that you need to be worried about with your YouTube content. And that's going to be how many people are actually clicking on your video. The way that you're going to do this is you need a thumbnail that is better than your competitors' videos, and you need a title that is better than your competitors' videos. There are several different ways to actually make your content better, but there are 3 things that I really like to focus on. The first one is adding in a curiosity gap in your title or in your thumbnail. Your title and thumbnail should not simply give away what the video is about. Instead, they should make the viewer curious about what the video is about. Secondly, you need to make sure that your thumbnail and title are actually better than your competitors. The only way that you're going to be able to do this is you need to show it to other people, or you need to look at them all together so you can actually figure out whether your video is objectively better. Because listen, every single one of us, we think that the thing that we created is the best thing in the world, but a lot of times that isn't actually the case. And then finally, you need to make sure that you are updating what you are doing. For example, I have this video for 2025. Why did I add in 2025? Because I saw all my competitors didn't have a year on them. So then this makes this video look like the most relevant video, which is why this video is going to do so well. And then finally, you need to make sure you're getting enough watch time for YouTube to actually push out your content. And this is going to be different whether you're uploading long form content or if you're uploading shorts. If you're uploading long form content, you need to have at least 70% of people still watching after the first 30 seconds. And ideally, you need to be aiming for 50% average view duration. You need to look at your average view duration chart and make sure that it's better than your last videos. And if at any point in the video there's a huge dip, you need to study what you did there and never do it ever again. when it comes to YouTube Shorts, this is going to be different depending on the length of video you're uploading. If you're uploading a video that is less than 30 seconds long, you need 100% average view duration and over 80% of people choosing to watch your video. If you're uploading a video over 31 seconds long, you need 80% average view duration and still 80% of people choosing to watch the video. If you are able to hit all three of those metrics and you pair that with posting at the right time, your content on YouTube is going to go viral or at least get more views than your competitors. Which brings me to the last and best time that you should be uploading on YouTube, which is going to be from 8 to 10 p.m. Now that 8 to 10 p.m. time slot typically works best for YouTube Shorts, which is what's going to help you grow the fastest on YouTube and get the most views if you're a small channel on YouTube. For long form content, normally that 10 to 11 a.m. slot typically works better, but for Shorts, that later time slot is going to work better. Now at this point, if you're still struggling to grow on YouTube, I personally want to help you and work with you one-on-one and tell you exactly what titles to use, what scripts to use, what content to make. I want to critique your content. I want to answer all your questions to guarantee you grow on YouTube, because I need to warn you, it is easier to grow on YouTube right now than it ever has been before, so long as you're doing all of the right things. And if you're doing the wrong things, you're not only wasting your time, but you're missing out on the best opportunity ever to grow on YouTube. The same way that I just helped this channel gain over 1 million subscribers and this channel over 1.5 million subscribers. If you want results like that, well, please check out this video right here that walks you through the 3 different ways I can help you grow quicker on YouTube, guaranteed. I'll see you over there.